morning, Year 5. Today we are going to be looking at writing our information text on the yellow-spotted lizard. Before we begin the lesson, we would just like you to have a go at this starter, and when you're ready, press play to move on. So, as I said, today's learning objective is to write our information text, and I'm going to take you through these slides and provide you with some ideas and guidance of how to convert your plan into a full information text. So before we do that, we would like you to have a quick recap. So read through the model text to understand what a high quality information text looks like. So this can be found on the school website, and it's really useful just to see what kind of high quality language we are aiming for in our writing. So when you've done this, press play to move on. So, as we always do with every big piece of extended writing, we need to fill out our success criteria triangle. So, if you find including a feature really challenging, include this in your success criteria triangle just to really push yourself during the writing of this information piece. You should also have your assessment grid as well throughout the writing process, and the features in the assessment grid and the success criteria triangle you should be ticking off as you go along. So when you have filled out the triangle, press play to move on. So here are the bronze, silver and gold tasks. Read through these in your own time, and you can refer back to these as well as you are writing your information text. We would also like you to leave room on your report to draw a picture of your lizard at the end. So to begin with, what sentence starters could we use for our information text? So in your writing, it's always lovely to see lots of varied sentence starters and sentence structures as well. So let's have a think about how we could start our sentences with really high quality language. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to provide you with some examples. So, lethal to their prey with 11 yellow spots. Beady yellow eyes peer. Okay, so I've written some examples for you. On the next slide, we can see lots more examples. These can also be found on the school website, where all of these slides are as well, for you to have a look at in your own time, and you can magpie some ideas as well as you are writing. So, as I already said, you should all have had a mind map from the research lesson that we did earlier on in the week. So the mind map should have lots of different facts that we need to then convert into high quality sentences for our first paragraph. So how do we do this? Okay, bear with me. Right, so to begin with, we're talking about the physical appearance of the yellow-spotted lizard. So, unlike any other reptile, this creature's iridescent green body is covered in eerie yellow spots which warn predators that they are deadly. This is how the critters get their name, full stop. Okay, so I've written one sentence to start you off, to give you some ideas of how you would convert all of those ideas from your mind map into a paragraph. And already we have some really high quality features. So we've got a hyphen for compound adjectives. We've got some high quality vocabulary like viridescent, and we have a semicolon as well. So remember, you need to always be referring back to your assessment grid and success criteria. And you can also use the word bank to Magpie ideas as well, which we have provided on the school website. Now here we have a more extended example for the first paragraph, so just read through it, and when you're ready to move on, press play. We would now like you to write paragraph 1, which is about the physical appearance. When you've done this, press play to move on. So I'm now going to provide you with an example of how we would turn our mind map into sentences for paragraph 2, which is all about habitat and diet. So where the lizard lives and what it eats. Preferring to live in hotter climates, the yellow-spotted lizard will often be found in dry, arid locations such as the desert in Texas, USA. With regards to their diet, they eat small insects such as caterpillars, spiders, and centipedes. Okay, so I've started off writing my paragraph to provide you with an example of how you would convert your mind map into high quality sentences. Again, there is a more extended version of that paragraph here, so have a read through, and when you're ready to move on, press play. We would now like you to write paragraph 2, which is all about habitat and diet. And when you are ready, press play to move on. So as you would do in school, think about what you have included in your writing so far. So read through your work and tick off on your success criteria and assessment grid all of those high quality features that you need to be including. Finally, let's look at an example of how we would turn our mind map into sentences for paragraph 3, which is all about attack and defense strategies. Rarely leaving their holes ensures that sightings of the yellow-spotted lizard are few and far between. In fact, scarcely any humans who have witnessed the creature have lived to tell the tale. Frequently, the yellow-spotted lizard's venomous bite is fatal. Right, I know I've made some mistakes here, so I'm going to read through it carefully and make some corrections. So, creature. As you will be writing with hand, you won't make those mistakes, but I was typing. So here's an example of how we would turn those facts into high quality sentences. Now we would like you to write paragraph 3 on attack and defense strategies, and when you are ready to move on, press play. As you did before, think about what you've included in your writing so far and tick off those features that you have included on your success criteria and your assessment grid. So we know that during our research lesson there was also an extra category which was all about additional information. So if there are facts that you have not included and you would like to, you could write an extra paragraph in exactly the same way as you have been doing so, in a fourth paragraph. And when you're ready, you can draw a picture of your lizard once you have finished. Okay, thank you very much, Year 5. Have a nice day.